Okay, you guys, I just did the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I had to step away from my workout because I had just this thought that was just gnawing at me, and once something's in my head, I just can't get it out. I finished my bodybuilding season about 6 or 7 weeks ago. I have not trained like an endurance athlete at all the last decade plus of my life, never really in my entire life. And I've been running now post my bodybuilding competitions for about 6 or 7 weeks, and I just signed up for...
My name is Brady Oki. I'm a men's physique athlete, a coach, a mentor, a business owner, and my life motto is be uncommon. Welcome to my new series, From Stage to Summit, as I not only try to maintain top bodybuilding shape, but also dive into a hybrid style of training that is going to transform my body into a mountain athlete that I need to be in order to trek for 2 weeks through the Himalayas to the base camp of Mount Everest. What's up, you guys, and welcome to the video. If you hear any whimpering in the background, they're just dying during the workout. We're officially in Canada. This is video number 1 in Canada. I have a huge announcement I'm making in this video. I'm actually super excited and extremely scared, if I'm being honest, about this announcement, but it's time to make it. It's time to make it public. It's time to manifest and put it out into the world. Guys, we are officially in Canada. We're here training. We're here visiting Maddie and her family. This is our little gym setup we have here in Canada. We are in a very small town. It's not even a town. It's it's a hamlet, technically, whatever that means. Very small town. So this is the gym, guys. This is what we're working with, but we're still getting it. I've actually been super sick for the last few days. I was going to film this 11-mile trail run that we hit the other day, but I was so sick. I just wanted to survive it, which we did. I'd say a solid 85% better now, but we have a fun day ahead of us. Can't wait to show you guys how beautiful this place is and get some awesome training in. Let's go. You know, everyone talks about how you're gonna lose all your gains from running. Honestly, the biggest way to lose gains is from just getting sick for a few days, because I swear the last few days, I mean, it's coming back now, but I like flattened out so much, it was so sad. I promised myself I was gonna have the gnarliest 3-day transformation ever. But anyway, I wanna talk about abs real fast because these are my 2 favorite ab exercises and they're usually done wrong. So I just wanna make sure you guys are doing them right. We're still training abs pretty hard because on a bodybuilding front, I need better abs. They need to be thicker, they need to be bulgier, all that good stuff. And then just from like a functional, like mountain athlete standpoint, like you gotta have a strong core in order to just like carry heavy weight and get up to the top of the mountain. So number 1 is the cable crunch. I'm gonna demonstrate it, but basically the way I do it is I keep the rope up at my head. That way it's farther from my midpoint. So in kinesiology, we call that like the moment arm, like the distance from like the point of essentially like the weight where that is versus like the fulcrum essentially. So the farther away it is from the midpoint, the more the weight will be added to the abs. If you keep it closer to your core, it actually like kind of takes the weight off the abs, which you don't want to do. The last thing is we're not using our hip flexors. So I see a lot of the times we're just moving the hips back and forth. The hips should be pretty much like staying put the entire time, maybe moving just a little bit, but not much. It should all be just your sternum to basically your belly button coming in closer. So it should look like this. And yeah, you can go pretty heavy on this one too. Okay, knees aiming for like 90 degrees on the knees, 90 degrees at the hip. And then should look like this. I also like to breathe out when I crunch down. I feel it more contracting my abs that way too. But my second favorite ab exercise, if you're my clients, by the way, you know this because I program this with all of you guys, but it is a hanging leg raise. Now, what we don't want to do, again, is just turn this into a hip flexor movement. This movement right here does not work your abs. This is your hip flexors. The only way to use your rectus abdominis, your actual abs, is again, thinking about bringing your belly button to your sternum. So, should look, and by the way, you can bend your knees here if you need to, but it should look like this. Like notice how I'm actually bringing my belly button closer to my sternum. If I go like this is, I can't even do it. This is a hip flexor movement, guys. That's just your hip flexors. So, here's my 2 favorite ab exercises. I'm out of breath, I'm sick, that's why. I swear I'm decently in shape. But we're gonna finish this workout out with some pull-ups. I've been doing it pretty much every workout, just doing like at least 3 sets of 10. And I'm gonna build up to probably like 5 sets of 10. So I'm hitting 50 pull-ups every workout, and then eventually more. So yeah, here we go. workout. So we're gonna have breakfast sandwich, egg white style, with a lemon muffin. I think I'm splitting that with Maddie, and then a little yogurt. Yeah. Bay's having some oatmeal and also a breakfast sandwich. This whole convenience store slash little place we're eating at right now is ice cream parlor too. It's actually owned by Maddie's dad, which is pretty cool. So that's what they do here out in the middle of nowhere, Canada. We got to get this post-workout meal in, which is also a pre-workout meal because we're not done working out today. So workout number 2 coming up. All right, it is currently 11 a.m. and we're about to get a 3-mile run in Waterton National Park. That's where we're at right now. I wanted to show you guys the views because this place is spectacular, but British Columbia is currently on fire and all the smoke has come here. So anyway, all the smoke coming in, it's really hazy, it's really smoky, so it's not as spectacular as a view as I was promising earlier, but it's still pretty good. By the way, this massage gun, I just want to say something real fast. So I'm typically the type, all right, that likes to spend an extra $1 on the name brand anything because it's better, like it's just better quality. But here's the deal, this massage gun was on Amazon for $20. The Theragun or like whatever the name brand ones are like $150 to $200. So I was like, okay, how bad could it be? It's a massage gun, it looks the same, it's $130 to $180 cheaper. So anyway, I risked it, and I just gotta say, it was worth it. Like this, it does the job, guys. So if you want a massage gun, get the $20 one. If this breaks, guys, I'm just gonna buy another one, and then I spent $40 instead of $200. It's still a win. So anyway, yeah, let's get this run, guys. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna get to my big announcement here in a second. I just wanna make sure that I tell you about it in the right place at the right time. So I'm seriously so stoked to let you guys know though. On Friday, we ran 3 miles and then hiked 5 miles. And then Saturday, very next day, is when we ran our 11 miles here in the park, in the mountains. That one was tough, for sure. The only way to get better on tired legs is to run on tired legs, am I right? All of this, while being sick, has been quite the challenge. I don't necessarily recommend doing all this, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. No, seriously though, how cool would it be to live in one of these houses with the mountains right behind you and then the lake right there? Running influencer in the wild. I hate us. So I am gonna tell you my big announcement here after this run, but my mileage for this week, we are ramping things up. Last week was 20 miles total. This week, we're shooting for 24, all because we straight up have to if we want to accomplish this big goal we got. So I'm gonna tell you here in a second. A little pit stop, see a waterfall, incredible. And there's the deer. As expected, there's the deer. Little Bambi. Oh my gosh, we're so close. It's just totally normal, nothing weird about it. Okay, you guys, it's official, 3 miles done. Felt great. That was a very fun one. And honestly, I don't even feel that tired, even though I ran 11 miles like 2 days ago. So super stoked about that. Around here, we don't like to just run and then call it good. We like to dip in some cold water. So I think we're due for some cold water now. All right, boys, this is definitely pretty cold. We just ran 3 miles in Alberta, Canada, but it doesn't stop there. You know what we gotta do next? We gotta get cold, so let's go. Let's go, boys, be coming. Woo, yeah, yeah. Ooh, that feels good.
I need to not be in your sunglasses.
Okay, we got cold, we ran 3 miles, and now I think we should go get some wieners.
Yes.
Want some wieners?
Always.
Let's go get some wieners. We're gonna go get some wieners from Wieners of Waterton. It's a hot dog place, guys. Come on, get your minds out of the gutter. But then I'm gonna tell you the big announcement, the big thing I'm doing. The scary big thing. What do you think about the big scary thing I'm doing?
Do you really want to know what I think? You're ridiculous. First, I'm just like not surprised, so I don't really think that much about it because I just expect it at this point, and I'm like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Like, what do I gotta do? Set up my little station, be your like one-man show? Like, oh, wait, is that gonna give it away? I can't say that. I can't say that. But no, I'm excited for you. It's dumb, but I'm excited for you.
This bag is already ripping with wieners. One healthy Wieners of Waterton wiener. What the is that? I wasn't even sure what I got on it. Okay, so this is all dressing chips, which is like a big thing in Canada if you've ever been here. So that's the flavor of chips you get when you come to Canada. All dressing chips with, I forgot, pickled onions and stuff. And yeah, I think that's it, right? Am I doing this right? Okay, first bite. You better not screenshot that and Photoshop it or anything.
Second best wiener she's ever had.
Well, it is time to let you guys in on this little secret I've been keeping. Yeah, this is the scariest thing I've probably ever signed up for, actually, I think. Because even bodybuilding, you know, like I had done like practice shreds before, and I had gotten really lean before. Like I knew when I signed up for bodybuilding, like my first show, that I was gonna be able to accomplish it and do it well. This though, this is probably one of the first things I've ever signed up for that I'm not like 100% sure I'm gonna be able to accomplish. Now I'm pretty confident in myself, so I do think I will cross the finish line. But I'm scared, guys. I am absolutely scared of this goal, and that's exactly why I decided to do it. I signed up for an ultra marathon. It is a 50K. Let's backtrack for a second. I have never run a marathon before. I have never run a half marathon before. I'm going to be kind of skipping those and going straight into the world of ultra running with this 50K. If you're unaware, 50K is about 31 miles, so it is on the shorter end of the ultra spectrum, but nonetheless, it is an ultra marathon. And you're probably wondering, when is that gonna be? Because I've only been running now for 9 weeks. I think we're like on 8 weeks. We've been running for roughly 8 or 9 weeks now. Not 8 or 9 years, not 8 or 9 months, 8 or 9 weeks. And I mean, literally 2 months ago, I was competing in bodybuilding on the national stage for the NPC Nationals for men's physique. So we have made quite the adjustments to things as of lately. Basically, I'm doing this ultra marathon in 26 days. In 26 days. It is a trail ultra. I'm not doing any of that boring street stuff. It's gonna be near the Tetons, essentially, in a place called Island Park, Idaho. A beautiful, beautiful part. Like I love the Tetons. If you know anything about me, I love the Tetons. So it is very much just like the perfect spot for me to be doing this. It's gonna be in the trails, in the mountains. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. So this is what the next few weeks are looking like, because I have been pretty open about Maddie and I. We signed up for a 25K trail race. That is in 12 days actually. It's in 12 days on August 3rd. Yeah. And that right there is already 15 and a half miles. That's gonna be the longest either of us have ever run in our entire lives. That already is gonna be a challenge. The thing is, there was another 25K 2 weeks later, and I thought about signing up for it too, because I'm like, oh, that'd be cool, you know, to do 2 of them. But I couldn't help but notice that there was a 50K option as well, and honestly just ate at me for weeks. I mean, this has been in my head for 4 weeks. I actually signed up for this probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but we ended up just pulling the trigger. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's all I really gotta say. There's so much more I could say about the subject, but I'm excited, I'm pumped up. I'm really pumped up, guys. I want this year to just be absolutely incredible. All this is still building up, of course, to doing Everest Base Camp here in, I think I'm 64, 65 days out from that now. So bodybuilder to ultra runner in 3 months. That's what we're doing. Maddie says that she has something to say now. I have no idea what that's gonna be.
No, I thought about it more. And I'm really excited, I think excited is the right word. Excited to see Brady do something that he genuinely is afraid of doing or doesn't think he can actually do. He is a very high achiever, and he's very good at pushing himself. He has a very like deep sense of like control and discipline and like mindset. So I think an extremely like mentally challenging sport is beneficial for him, and he always thrives in that. Like bodybuilding is not easy at all, and it requires a lot of mental effort, but he has never once doubted his ability to like see it through to the end and do it literally perfectly until the end. And then after that too, even like reverse dieting and all that, which is insane. Like majority of even professional bodybuilders struggle to do things like that. So doing like a race like this in a pretty crazy timeline, which is actually like very uncertain whether or not he can actually like physically do that, I have no doubt that like mentally he can do that, and I think that that will get his body to where it needs to be. But I guess we'll see what happens. As a wife, it's always hard to like watch him do hard things and to like suffer, but honestly it'll be kind of nice to not have him suffering for like 5, 6, 7 months, like bodybuilding, and it'll just be like one day, like less than a day even, you know, honestly. But I know that every time he comes to that aid station and he's like in a dark place, I'm gonna have to be, will be the only one who can probably talk to you, right? Like who could say anything that could help at all. But I mean, he won't even need it, like he'll be fine, but it'll be hard to watch. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled for the challenge. There's this quote I've heard a few times now, fatigue makes fools of us all. And so it's so easy to just be sitting, you know, chilling here next to the lake, being like, ah, yeah, you know, 50K, it's gonna be easy, whatever. But when you're hurting and when you're in those dark places, that's when you really find out what you're capable of. And that's what gets me excited, is because I'm on this journey of self-discovery and trying to, I just want to be great, you know. I want to be the best and the strongest I can absolutely be, and that's what pushes me and motivates me to do all this. So I'm excited for those moments. Mentally, I know I can handle it. Physically, like, that's the big challenge, is can my body be ready for this? Because at the end of the day, I'm a 195 pound bodybuilder. I'm not an ultra runner. All the ultra running friends I have that are around my height are like 150, 160 pounds. You know, I'm literally 30, 40 pounds bigger than them of muscle, and that tends to weigh down a little bit, literally speaking, on your joints, on your knees, on your ankles, on your hips. And so it will be a physical battle. I'm very excited for it though. This journey of getting me to Everest Base Camp, I mentioned, you know, at the beginning of the series, there's going to be many challenges along the way. This is a new one I've thrown into the mix, and I cannot wait for it. All right, you guys, we're wrapping up the video there. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to be enjoying these beautiful hikes here in Canada for the next couple of weeks, so make sure to tune into the next video. And if you haven't already, give this video a like. We are training hard, you guys. We got races coming up, and I'm just happy to be here for the journey. So this is Stage 2 Summit episode, I think 9. It's crazy, but we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.